So, Shanquella Robinson. I did a search on YouTube, see what was out there, you know, see what people were saying. It was sad. It was sad because there isn't now many people speaking about this case at all. And I don't know whether it's because it's gone dead, so channels feel that it's just not, you know, something that people are going to gravitate towards. They're not interested. It's not going to render any monetary benefit of some description. Hold on. I'll give you this. Again, like I said in the video earlier, I know why you're here. Haha, he's asleep. Boring, 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 boring. Boring Bob. Boring, boring, boring. I'm going to put you back to me because I'm not boring. I'm not asleep. I don't just come on here and then have a nap so you can watch me sleep. So all of you people who support the dog and his sleepiness, support me. I'm the one who brings the news. I'm the one who brings the thunder. Anyway, back to the meat and potatoes. Shanquella. You must know who Shanquella Robinson is. For those of you who don't, let's touch on it one more time. Let's go over. Shanquella was a young lady who goes to Mexico with her friends. I say that like friends. And it would appear that her friends had planned this trip so they would be able to beat her to death. There's been no arrests to date, but they are saying that there has now been a warrant put out for one of her friends in connection with her murder. A lot of stuff happened. There's been some confusion. There's been some lies. There's been some people who are staying tight-lipped. They won't come forward. None of the people who went out there with her, none of these so-called friends are speaking to anyone. They all seem to be keeping very, very tight-lipped. The arrest warrant is for femicide. So, yeah, there's a lot. There's things happening in the background. But look, ultimately, this is a young lady who lost her life. She had a promising future ahead of her. She was a beautiful young lady, and her life was cut short viciously, ferociously at the hands of some fucking assholes. And I don't understand why it's taken so long to progress. I understand there was some extradition sort of arguments between Mexico and the US because it happened in Mexico. Mexico wanted to deal with it because it happened in their country. The US, they wanted to deal with it because they were US citizens, and there lies an issue. But ultimately, this girl deserves justice. There was a rally over the weekend, I believe, and the whole feeling around that was upset, anger, and the want for justice. That she deserves justice. She died of a dislocated neck and severe spinal injury, which goes completely against the report that came out when she was apparently attended by a medic who said she was alive and potentially had, alcohol poisoning. And, there's too much of a rabbit hole there. Ultimately, she was taken by friends over to Mexico, and they beat her to death. They filmed it. There's a video of it which clearly shows what was being done to her, and the rest should be history. This should be signed, sealed, delivered on your bike. Let's get them done. But this seems to be dragging out way beyond what it ever should have dragged out. But what I want to say is, look, more creators, this niche needs to be reporting more about this, bringing her name out, even if it's just to talk about the rally, the fact that there was a rally, the message within that rally that they want justice, that they're upset, they're angry, and why isn't justice quickly forthcoming when this seems to be such a simple situation? I don't understand the difficulties of it. I do believe that if this was in the UK, it would have been signed, sealed, and delivered by now. Maybe I'm wrong. But look, this girl deserves to be spoken about, to be talked about, to see it through. You know, we talk about the Michael Vaughan case, we talk about the Kylie Rodney case, we talk about the multiple cases, the Harmony Montgomerys out there, the Oakley Carlsons, you know, Madeleine McCann, sheesh, for decades. This young girl is taken by supposed friends, beaten to death. There seems to be some injustice going on here, and it's fell deathly silent. Just wrong. But, you know, I do hope that this girl does get the justice that she deserves. And just so people know, there are people who are watching, they're keeping an eye on it. I just wish that more people would, with a bigger voice, would make it quite apparent that they too are watching and will be bringing their armies of followers to also be looking and waiting for the justice that she so rightly deserves. I'll be live in a few hours. Meet me there. He might even be awake. He sleeps a lot. Well, I say he sleeps a lot. He doesn't really sleep a lot. He knows the drill when I'm on camera. He goes and gets in his bed. Obviously, hides all his toys from the cat. He doesn't want the cat playing with his toys. He's made that abundantly clear. You know, he sat on the cat's tail this morning, so he couldn't reach the box. The cat equally is making it very, very clear that once the toys are out of the box, he is going to sit in it and not let him put them back in. There seems to be a war going on between them, a silent one, albeit. And, yeah, there we go. He's asleep. I'm awake. I'll catch you in the next one.